Hey guys, and welcome back. We're continuing horror romance. This is day 3. This should be the last of the new update, which is pretty exciting. Bad language, disturbing situations, verbal and physical violence. Most of the games to play aren't for kids, so keep that in mind, please. Yeah, let's continue. I'm excited. Oh, by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Mary DeRoses. I play video games, and I try to wear like a spooky shirt, kind of. I don't have many. I just have my one Ghostface shirt. The sun hits my face, surprising me. I don't remember having a nightmare or anything, just falling asleep and waking up. I sit on my bed, relieved after sleeping so much. After checking the time, however, all that adrenaline struck me again. I'm gonna be late. I quickly jump out of bed and get dressed, skipping breakfast as I rush out of the apartment. God, this music's so good too. It will be a surprise if they all decide to come. I am sure I'm counting on Freddy and Chucky, but the rest... I'm heading downstairs, but I notice something strange. Turning around before I leave, I see Mr. Torrance. He's closing the storage door, his back to me. Instinctively, I look at the floor. There's a red trace at the edge of the door. God, I hope that's paint. Ah, Rose, good morning. He greets me as if nothing happened, although I wouldn't classify his way of acting even near normal. Mr. Torrance, good morning. I'm going out to... Rose. His voice calling my name, sending a terrible chill down my spine. It's dead serious and terrifying. I heard you're hiring your neighbor Michael, is that right? My cat's just having a good old time in the background. I don't turn to look at him at all. I feel like I can't even move. I don't turn back to see him, and I feel like I can't move. Is he mad? Lori said Michael used to work for him, getting paid less than minimum. Maybe he's angry. Is he upset? Lori said Michael used to do jobs for him for a while under minimum wage. Maybe he isn't happy about this. I look over my shoulder and I see his expressionless face. It's confusing. I can't tell if he's angry or what. Yeah, I did. Well, we talked and he accepted. A couple of seconds pass in total silence. Mamas, what are you doing? Okay. He doesn't take his eyes off me. It feels like an eternity. Ah, I'm glad that he got that job. I used to get him work from time to time, you know. It was always hard for him to get a stable job. Yeah, I heard about that. The adrenaline left my body. I sighed, allowing all the air that got trapped in my lungs to go away. I'm thinking of inviting him and Lori over some wine so we can celebrate his first real job. Would you like to join us? You're the one who employed him, after all. I made a small, doubtful grimace. I didn't want to get involved with Torrance more than necessary. That was scary. But maybe it'd be better not to be seen as impolite. Yeah, of course. Excellent. Tomorrow night at my apartment, then. I'll see you there. Nodding, I quickly withdraw. This just came out, so I know it's a little, not too polished, but I feel like it's fine. I ran a bit too much to get away from the building. Feeling my stomach churn, just what was that? That was my cat. The paint on the door? Was it paint? Was he playing dumb so I wouldn't notice? The fear I felt was so weird. I don't feel that way even around Freddy, and he's a fucking demon. Jack is one of those cases where your body just screams danger. I started rushing towards the cafe. I didn't want to be late. I haven't flipped the open sign yet, but I can't just stand around doing nothing, so I start taking out the products we used today. I also handled yesterday's accounting and a couple of things I neglected because I was busy chatting so much. I still have 5 papers to organize and several invoices. Damn bureaucracy. I would be happier if I only had to serve coffee. Hearing the sound of the entrance bell, I look up to tell whoever entered that the cafe isn't open yet. That's when I find the enormous silhouette of Jason. She's causing a ruckus still. He waves his hands, greeting me in sign language again. Good morning, Rose. I finally convinced my mom to let me work here. That's great. I knew I could count on you. Apparently, he likes being told this kind of thing. I can see he's happy about being seen as reliable. He starts talking again, but Mama wants to see how I'm doing, so she'll show up from time to time. The comment makes me raise an eyebrow. She is having a time. Jason's definitely a big boy, but, well, I decided not to talk about it. Just hope his mother doesn't want employee discounts. Of course. I'm sure she's lovely. She'll always be welcome here. Now, can you please repeat what you were good at? He stops to think for a minute. I keep an eye on her because one time she jumped on me when I had this shirt and just slashed my back. I'm great at making coffee, any kind of coffee, even know how to make foam decorations, but they're not very elaborate. I also know how to make pastry and enjoy gardening. I look at him in disbelief. Whistling. Wow. I can't whistle, sorry. I just hit the jackpot with this guy. That didn't sound like the right sentence. I read it and I feel like the different words came out. You said you know how to make coffee, but an espresso machine is kind of different from a regular coffee maker. Jason nods. I know, Ma has an espresso machine. He took all he needed, and I saw him prepare a very well-made cup, as if using the machine was the most natural thing in the world. I'm surprised. Although he looks big and rough, his hands were skillful and delicate. I wish that could be me. I got, normal-sized hands, but they feel giant when I try to do, intricate things. It's annoying. And just like that, in front of me was a cup of coffee with extra foam, with a cute bear made from said foam. How pretty! I took the coffee and gave it a sip. It was perfect cappuccino with extra cream. Damn, that's a great cup of coffee. That is a Twin Peaks reference. Just kidding. Even better than mine. Where did you learn to do this? Jason seems flattered. Ma is very good at lots of things. She taught me how to cook and how to make coffee. I see. Your mother is a skilled woman. I learned many things in jail, but I can't make a real coffee this good. Jail? Shit, I've said too much. Oh, nothing, don't worry. I get the stuff in the storage room and put it in the shelf, please. I quickly changed the topic. He seemed doubtful, but went to the storage anyway. I'd rather not speak about my time behind bars, no matter if he's a killer or not. I don't like being an open person, and it's not something to brag about. Still, I looked down at the coffee and wonder, is this giant teddy bear seriously a dangerous killer? With all the talk about his mom and the delicacy of his actions, he seems so gentle. The bell rang once again, bringing me back to reality. As I turn back, I see Carrie looking a bit agitated. I'm late. I'm sorry. We're not open yet, Carrie. Don't worry. You're right on time. Relax a bit and set the tables. You can get the punctuality bonus. Oh, sorry. I thought it was later than usual. Thank you. Carrie goes to the storage room to leave her stuff. That's when I hear a scream. It's okay. That's Jason, our new bartender. He's friendly. I shout from the bar, hearing a faint, it's okay, from where she is. That'd be so scary. I should have told her about the others. I just had so much on my mind. And once again, the bell rang. It was my neighbor, Michael, inspecting his surroundings. I like him best so far. It could be the hair. I am partial to hair. Oh, Michael, you actually came. I'm glad. Well, Lori told me you're good with repairs. He just nods. Quiet as always. Well, I bought this place with a couple of flaws, meaning in the bathroom. He raises a hand, making me realize he's carrying a worn-out tool case. I'll take a look. Ah, sure, thanks. I look closely as he goes back to the cafe. This time, he doesn't have his gaze fixed. He starts looking around, almost automatically. I can see he knows what he's doing. I hear voices coming from outside. Strangely, Freddy and Chucky came as they left. See, I told you they wouldn't be early. What the fuck? The sun just appeared. What a bunch of kids. Guess I'll open. Jason is here already. Jason. Before I'm able to answer Freddy, Jason left their supply room with everything. He slowly looks at Freddy while putting on the stuff in the bar. I can feel his irritation the way his fingers move. You brought this asshole? You guys know each other? I'm confused, but then I remember my talk with Ash. He said he'd dealt with both before. Long story. I feel my heart drop when I hear a voice right next to me. Oh yeah, these two despise each other. What the fuck? Where the fuck did you come from? I never left. Was so excited for the job I ended up sleeping here. Do you even have a home? Ugh, an idiot dressed up as a stab killer? Oh, I like that. And where do you get the badmouth sex doll? I'll show you, you little... No fighting. Chucky ran full speed at Ghostface, who took out his hunting knife. Yeah. Jason, stop them. I screamed. Jason moved faster than I thought, shoving Ghostface to the ground and lifting Chucky by the neck. My hero. I saw him holding Chucky off as if he was squeezing a toy, his eyes almost popping off. Now that's fun. I'm glad I accepted this job. Stop laughing. Thanks, Jason. You can put him down. He nods and lowers Charles to the floor. Shit, he's a fucking mountain. Okay, I'll behave. Well, now that this is solved and you're all here, I need to speak with you. Please sit down. Don't you do it, Mama Cat. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Mamas. Come here. Come here. There she is. There's my baby. Come here. There you go. Well, now that this is solved and you're all here, I need to speak with you. Please sit down. I see Michael walk out from the back and quietly take a seat. Can I spacebar it? Yeah. So one hand patting my cat, the other hand working. The rest sat down a little bit uneasy, except Jason, who seemed really calm. Well, I know that you're all killers. Freddy was the first one to start cackling. Oh, really? What gave you that impression? I wasn't talking about you, Freddy. That's obvious after what happened. I'm talking about the rest of you. How did you know that? His tone is stoic as usual, but I can detect a hint of discomfort in his voice. Well, some of you don't hide it so well. Yes, I'm talking about you two. Hey, wearing stab mask and carrying a knife doesn't make me an assassin, but yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. Go on, get. We're coming back. Perfect. So I like having wheels on my chair. Whatever. The point is, I won't say a word about it. All I want is for the cafe to thrive. That means I'll need you to obey a single rule. You cannot kill anyone inside the cafe within a 1 kilometer radius. Understood? What you do on your own time is none of my business. I can see Chucky raising his hand. 2, there are 2 rules. I don't want anyone to even come near Carrie. Relax, I'm not one to mess with that kind of person. And that means... I said clearly offended. Haven't you noticed yet? Guess I'll let you have a surprise then. Okay. Luckily, Carrie didn't hear us. She was just leaving the storage with some cups and glasses. Wow, that's a lot of employees. I know what you mean, a bunch of weirdos. Don't worry, half of them are in costumes. Awesome. I love the stab movies. Yay! I like this one already. Well, now that you all understood the rules, we have some work to do. It's time for a little remodeling. They all start working immediately, so I start thinking about what to buy and how to decor. Thinking about what I should bring, it would be good to have some extra help. I should ask... Michael. As I look around, something catches my attention. Michael is nowhere to be found. After walking a bit through our small shop, I decided to check him for the bathroom. He seems to be looking at the bathroom lights. They're wiring all around the place. Oh, I see you found this mess. It's weird they sold it to you like this. The old owner told me to get it fixed before an inspector came, in order to avoid a fine and all that. But, well, it's only been 2 days since we opened. He doesn't reply. He just wraps some electrical tape around the wires. Will do. Oh, I was wondering if you could go with me to Spirit Halloween. I mean, we have to redecorate. I see no reason to go. Right, I forgot this guy's the most blunt person in town. I arranged my words, determined to drag him along with me right. I forgot this guy was the most blah, blah, blah. I wrote my words in a little whim to make him come with me. Well, I have no car, I'm going alone. It isn't far, but I only have 2 hands, so it might be hard to carry everything. I watch him put some of his tools back in his box while looking at me, taking a sweet time to answer. He stands back up and turns to look at me. I can't see his eyes, so the empty, dark sockets of his mask are intensely intimidating. Sure, you want to go with me? Well, you're strong, and I think I can trust you a bit more since you're my neighbor. What about Jason? He's with Carrie, getting used to all our ingredients. After considering for a while, he nods, locking his toolbox. Fine. Without another word, he picks up his box and walks out of the bathroom. Pleasantly surprised, I trail closer behind him. Michael approaches the storage room, leaving his toolbox inside and turning at me. Let's go. I nod, surprised to see how meticulously he treats his things. We both go on our way towards the Spirit Halloween. Now, I really think this game is fun, and I really like the characters, and I like the idea, but you may get in trouble for using all the official names. I don't know, though. If you don't charge money for it, I think it should be fine. I don't really know, though. Because I don't know, right? I've never made a game. Look at me, a big old stupid head. But when I play all these games that are on itch.io, they always change the names of things. I think that's important for copyright purposes. But I don't know. But I would definitely look into that if you're watching. I walk through town trying to retrace the route to Spirit Halloween in my head. Even though I'm new here, it's not hard to navigate. The streets are fairly wide, and most of them feed into the same main area. Like, the characters' names, because they're all officially named in license. Spirit Halloween, I don't think you're allowed to use. Things like that. You should probably look up, like, copyright stuff, because I just don't want you to get in trouble, because this is a really cool concept. The streets are fairly wide, and most of them feed into the same main area. We walk for a couple of blocks in complete silence, and it's starting to get suffocating. Michael doesn't look at me. He walks like an automatron, his gaze locked straight ahead. I check him with the corner of my eye, seeing that not even his head moves. The silence breaks when I finally notice his heavy breathing. Should I say something? I don't want to sound reckless or rude, but I really dislike the idea of not getting along with a neighbor, especially when I just hired. Drowning in my own thoughts, I start to walk without paying much attention to where I go. That's when I feel a firm grip on my arm. Oof, what was that for? We should go this way. Oh, shit, my bad. He said nothing more, neither did his gestural Kate. He just turned around and started walking. Fuck! I'm better off holding a conversation with Jason, and he's the one who actually mute. I try finding something to talk about and break the ice. Wait, ice? Actually, I'm glad it isn't hot today. I look at him, hopeful he doesn't even look back, just nods slightly. This is hell. Better off inviting Chanel to come with me. Yeah, I don't think you do that at all. This felt like an eternity, but we're finally here. I hurry to get myself a shopping cart in order to get done with this. I gesture for Michael to follow me in. As soon as I enter, I immediately head towards the decoration. I start to look at some of the stuff they have. Tapestries, wall ornaments, a lot of statues, and even lamps. My eyes lock onto the lamps. The bathroom lights at the cafe are totally exposed, and tossing a themed lamp over them would look fantastic. Maybe these are good quality. I decide asking Michael about his opinion, but when I looked at him again, he seemed a little tense. He's looking at the sides again and again. His shoulders are tense and hands moving restlessly. Honestly, it's the most emotion I've seen coming from him. You good? What's the matter? The decor scaring you? He looks at me again. Okay, not a good joke. I should make a note to myself never joke around with this guy. No. He is hard to read. Michael could be lying, but his no was firm, that I can't know for sure. Still, he was surely tense. If I was already uncomfortable before when he was quiet, now I'm sure that's even worse. Alright, no more joking. What's the matter? You don't seem okay. Is something bothering you? He just looked at me immediately, looking at the floor for a moment, while gathering the courage to talk. I don't like Halloween. Is this everything? He seemed way too worried just to say that he doesn't like it. But I'm not going to question it right now. Well then, I'm going to hurry up with the shopping. You can wait in the driveway while I pay for it if you want. Even before he could answer, I was already picking up stuff in the nearby shelves. I feel so stupid for insisting that much on this. I should have asked if he liked this kind of thing beforehand. Stopping for a moment, I take a deep breath, thinking again about those lamps. Did he like one? He was looking at those earlier, wasn't he? It's hard to tell, honestly. While walking through the bigger decorations, trying to go back to the lamp section, I see there's one huge poster of that movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Eventually, I find myself looking at some lamps, a little skull, a spider, and a witch flying on the moon. I get down to pick the spider up before getting startled by a loud noise. I quickly turn back. It's Michael, holding a very heavy mill on his back. Confused, I look to the side, noticing there's only a sad thread holding the mill before it fell, probably because of a lazy, irresponsible, or discontent worker. Are you okay? Yeah. I get up as fast as I can to help him get the mill down, listening to a few steps and voices getting closer. The store's workers seemed concerned about the noise as well. Oh God, are you two okay? We're sorry, there's a new guy in the afternoon and... It's fine, no one's hurt, let's just fix that. There's either scared of him or of a potential legal action, but they started doing as he said in a heartbeat. I looked at Michael and stepped closer, scanning him with concern to make sure he's not hurt. Are you okay? That looked heavy. It is, but it would have fallen harder if I didn't hold it. Thought it was plastic. It isn't? I felt surprised noticing it was made entirely out of wood. Why wasn't it just a prop like the rest of the decoration? I was going to say something about it, but Michael gets closer instead of looking directly at me. He just stared at the box I was holding. He carefully takes the box from me and nods with a hint of approval. The lamp will do. He walks over to the cart and sets it inside. Oh, you don't have to. I said I'd help you. That's what I'm doing. I feel ashamed seeing him go through so much trouble because of me. I never want to be one of those bosses that forces their employees, oopsie. Can I go back? I don't know how. I'm sorry for bringing you here against your will. I'm sorry. Sally stops moving and gazes at me. I'm not apologizing just for the sake of it, alright? I brought you here even though you didn't want to. This isn't even part of your actual job. It's not fair for me to give you even more work, especially if something makes you uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm a good boss, dang it. I wanted to get along with you. It isn't easy to understand what you're thinking about, and I feel like I always say stupid things when you're around, and, God, if I were you, I wouldn't stop thinking about how stupid I am. I mean, Michael just sighs and relaxes his shoulders. I don't have anything against you. That surprised me. I didn't actually think I'd get an answer from him. He gets closer, putting a hand out on our cart. Actually, you're nicer than most of the neighbors. People tend to keep their distance from me. And Mr. Torrance, well, he isn't. Not nice to have around? No one feels comfortable around him. Yeah, I don't either. Well, that's one thing we have in common, I guess. Sorry if I seemed rude. Truth be told, Lori is all I have. What about your parents? Anyone else? They're dead. Then let's not talk about that then. Thanks. My point is, I don't usually deal with anyone other than her. It's simpler this way. It makes me smile a little. Can't stop thinking about how nice it must be to being able to count on someone like that. Yeah, it must be great. I don't suppose you have someone like that, do you? No. Well, there was this friend I had in high school, but life happens, you know? He nods quietly, an acknowledgement that he understands how that happens. Well, we're neighbors now. We can be friends, if you're okay with that. I'll do my absolute best to understand you. I can see his shoulders relaxing again. His breathing sounds different when he looks at me. Are we lucky? Doesn't it scare you? The scars and the mask? I am very attracted to scars. I don't really care about masks, but the scars are very hot. Pfft. If I wasn't scared of masks, I wouldn't have hired Jason or Ghostface. And about the scars, I've seen worse in prison. The word prison makes his head tilt. The mask doesn't hide how confused he is. Prison? I bit my own lip. Michael's probably one of the few who wouldn't judge me for it. Still, I do not like talking about that. I chuckled bitterly before trying to change the subject. Yeah, I admit, I was behind bars for a few years. I don't really like talking about it, though. Let's just say that the better we get along. The better we get along, the more we'll know about each other, okay? What do you think? He seemed to agree with that. Yippee! Oh, I didn't do it this time. Weird. Apparently that talk made him feel more comfortable around all of this. Same for me, if I'm being honest. Let's get done with this. I'll help you around. I give him a friendly smile and nod, taking hold of the cardigan. So, are we in agreement about the lamp, then? Actually, we'll need one more. Ugh, this is just karma for buying cheap stuff. To be honest, many of the arrangements will be courtesy. You will need it, and, well, I like doing it. He sounded really honest. I looked up at him in surprise. Is that why you did so many favors for Mr. Torrance? Michael nods while pushing the cart, still looking straight ahead, although not even nearly as intimidating as before. I had a rough life, hardly remember much of it, but I do remember being good at fixing things. Dang it. Gotta stop doing that. Dang it. I smiled kindly at his words, following him through the store while fishing for decorations. I get what you're saying. I feel the same way about making coffee. It's kind of like a new skill, but it's calming to follow such simple steps and end up creating something so rich, you know? Another thing in common, then. I let out a soft laugh at that and nod kindly. I have to admit, I didn't think you were so talkative. Don't get used to it. I let go of a little laugh for the subtle sarcasm. Guess I'm starting to understand more of this weird, masked neighbor of mine. Michael went through a lot. Maybe he just needs a friend. We're finally done with the decor and the lamps. Time to pay for everything. After getting done with the payments and getting all of the decorations inside boxes, I start trying to carry everything at once. I've always counted on only me and myself, doing things without expecting any help. As hard as said things could be, of course I try carrying all the boxes alone. It is then that I feel the weight of said boxes getting lighter. Michael took one of them from the pile, carrying it with no effort. Oh, right, thanks. It's nothing. That's what I came for, after all. I give him a grateful smile, and we head to the exit, straight back to the coffee shop. The silence doesn't feel overwhelming anymore. It's calm, letting the sounds of the town serve as a pleasant backdrop. We walk our way back to the shop. A figure standing in front of it, however, makes my stomach turn. Chanel is right in front of the cafe, recording something. I can hear her spitting out something stupid. Hearing her talk feel like torture. I feel my blood boiling, leave my things in the ground, and start walking towards her, getting stopped by a strong grip on my arm. Michael points at a trash container next to the coffee shop sidewalk. Chanel is right by its side. Still confused, I see him walk towards the trash can, carefully pushing it towards Chanel. It is overflowing with trash, and it hasn't been collected for over a week, which falls at her foot. What the hell is wrong with you, freak? My apologies. Unbelievable. Do you know how expensive these shoes are? They're worth more than this stupid town. I see. It won't happen again. Michael is just picking up the trash without any problem, putting it in its place. Don't you dare act indifferent. You did it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm the mayor's daughter. Don't care. I see Chanel, fuming with rage, trying to get in Michael's face. I quickly step between them, creating some space. He apologized already, didn't he? It's not his fault that you were acting out in front of our store. Please take your shit-stinking shoes away from here. You'll regret see your second-class barista. I roll my eyes. What kind of basic high school bully insult is that? I walk over to Michael, who's still tidying the trash. Thanks. You're welcome. In fact, I dislike her as well. The whole town knows she's an ass. Yeah, I noticed. Let's get inside for you to clean up a little. You're smelling really bad right now, because Chanel's dad had been wasting too much on shoes and too little on paying garbage collectors. We pick up the Spirit Halloween bags and head in the shop. I arrive at the cafe, leaving the boxes on the floor. Everything is clean, no one is dead, and there are some customers. Everything seems in order. Those who stayed seem to be doing their job. Somewhat surprised, I approach Carrie. She is tending to the cash register without problems. All seems in order. I'm gonna be honest, I thought they'd give you trouble. You mean the new employees? Not at all. They did everything right. Her smile is kind and confident. It's strange to think that Carrie, such a short and thin young woman, managed to control the 4 murderers I left. Now that I think about it, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I sank so deep into what I had to do that I didn't think about it all very well. I'm glad it's all in place. Color me surprised. I'll definitely make you manager soon. Really? Yes, I don't have many candidates, and even if I had, you'd be my favorite. Thank you a lot. I look around at me, and out of what I expected, it seems that everyone has adapted quickly to their role. The new guy seems to attract a lot of customers with their weirdness. I notice Ghostface taking photos around the place. The mask doesn't seem to block his charisma. A lot of people come to take pictures with him. Jason seems very cheerful and skilled at making coffee with Carrie. People seem to love the art he makes on their cups, taking photos, enjoying their taste. Michael, although he doesn't talk to anyone, seems to be doing his thing very skillfully. Some people seem to like his mysterious appearance, as they take photos from a distance or talk excitedly about him. Freddy could be considered the least interested in this, but he seems to have fun getting people's attention, telling them grotesque stories from time to time. Everyone is amused by them, thinking they're false because of his carefree attitude. And Chucky works as well as a weird little mascot guy. Just a little guy. Everyone thinks he's a toy, modified to swear or behave like an idiot, and they love it. Even the girls are delighted by his little face. There are more customers than I have ever thought I would have, and they seem to love this place. Ow. I smile, happy that, despite the terrible idea of putting a bunch of murderers in one place, it doesn't seem to be going too bad. I go to the storage room in order to take care of the new menu. After all, if we're going to have a horror theme, the food must follow the same line. I take a sheet of paper and sit on the sofa and start writing. also calculating the expenses for food, coffee, and new cups. I started doing more and more calculations, taking consideration of the money raised over the years, and although it's a good amount of support, the numbers are starting to get red. After I'm done with the expenses for decoration, ingredients, branding, and everything else, I let out a long sigh. I put the paper beside me and buried my face in my hands. I consider asking for a loan, but my reputation as an ex-con is more than enough for the bank to decline me. I started thinking about the other means. I feel desperate, but I seriously refuse to give up on the shop. I'll do it for Carrie and for what Ash said to me the night before. I almost ignore the fact that someone entered the storage. I poke my face out from behind my hands and see Freddie leaning back on the shelf, looking with doubt and amusement. What's the problem? You look like you just shat blood. Disgusting joke. I don't even know why I'm surprised. I lie back on the couch, letting my head fall into the backrest. It's nothing. I love to ignore you, but since you're now my boss or some shit like that, I think it's part of my job pretending to be concerned. I'd love to tell him to fuck off, but I just sigh and begin explaining. I love tomorrow on food and then fixing everything broken in this place to comply with the legal requirements. Well, a lot of crap. Yeah, I know a thing about those things, so you don't have the money? I kinda have. Thing is, I stay on red to keep maintaining the coffee shop and myself. I'll have to raise prices to recover, and that could be bad for our image since this is in New York. Oh, I see. You're not that ignorant about finances. I thought you were more of an idiot. Thanks. I don't have time to hear your shit right now. I have to think about solving my problems. I don't really see a reason for all this drama. Just ask for a loan or something. Can't do. I have a bad record. Really? You seem so financially responsible now. Yeah, that's what happens when you get behind bars. Behind bars, eh? I want to know everything about it, but maybe later. On the other hand, I think about the other options, but they'll be difficult and more dangerous. Yeah, stop bitching. I'll give you the money. I freeze for a moment, and then I look up, a little in dismay, before processing what I heard. I am talking to some kind of dream demon who was a child murderer while alive and still can't believe him. I don't have time for jokes, Freddy. I'm not joking, really. I stop for a minute, looking around and examining the situation. I turn my gaze to him for a few seconds and squint suspiciously. What do you want? He laughs, like I just told him a super funny joke. Then he comes over, throwing himself on the sofa right next to me. He puts his arms behind the back of the sofa, looking at me with an amused expression. I need business to boom. Let me explain before you start acting stupid again. Being a dream demon doesn't come with unlimited power, you know. My power comes from people knowing me and knowing my name, from the fear that I stalk their dreams. Let's just say that in recent years, the power hasn't flowed because I killed almost everyone who knew me. Sounds like something you do. Yeah, you get it. Now, if the business works, everyone will talk about the cafeteria and the Freddy Cougar guy in it. I don't necessarily need them to be scared right now. If they know I exist, that's enough for me to enter their dreams. Makes sense. Does that explain why you couldn't kill me? Kinda, but I was sure I could at least scare you. Didn't happen. I'm sorry this affects your self-esteem. Do you want the fucking money or not? Yeah, forget I said anything. I see that he searches behind his trench coat and takes out a ton of money. I open my eyes in surprise. Receiving that obscene amount in my hand, it's intimidating. What? Wait, where did you get this? I can do whatever I want, baby. Don't ask questions. After receiving Freddy's money and feeling like some kind of well-paid whore, I proceed to put it in an envelope in the safe, taking care of his investment money. I started taking care of preparing everything for the reopening. Freddy went back to his work when Carrie enters the storage room. Oh, Rose, I'm sorry if I interrupted you on something important. I was just wondering if you could tend to the register while I finish making a panini. Sure, no problem, I'm coming. Thanks, boss. I leave my list there and go to the cash register, while Jason and Carrie take care of the food. I stand in front of the register, noticing a small line in front of me. I am noticeably surprised by the amount of people in the shop. Perhaps it is due to the fact that there are almost no places of interest in this town. I start taking orders and helping prepare the coffees and snacks. Soon the line disappears and the store fills up. I smile, satisfied, and devote my time to counting the money while no new clients appear. That's when I hear the bell chime. I raise my head to greet the customer, but my mouth shuts closed when I notice his style. That's not all what I expected. Who is this? Who is this mysterious marksman? Oh, yes, The place looks just like I've been told. Is coffee good, or people only come here for your mascot? Nothing is going to surprise me at this point. Well, buy it and try it. Fair enough. Can I have an iced mocha? An iced mochano? For... I nodded and put the name of his cup, passing it for Carrie to prepare. Oh, wow, they weren't lying. You got them all in here. Excuse me? See what appears to be his eyes glowing in the strangest darkness of his hood. He lets out a laugh. The killer. I freeze for a moment, looking at the guy from the top to bottom. And here I thought nothing would surprise me. Maybe he's another murderer. Oh, sorry, we're not hiring right now. He's got a very interesting laugh. I see. I can understand why you're the boss around here. Not just anyone could keep these guys at bay. Who are you? I'm Casket. His order's ready. Carrie gives it to me and continues with her work, although I notice that she subtly glances at the customer. I leave the coffee in front of him, looking directly at his hood. I can still see his smile obscured by it. What a weird guy. He drinks the coffee by bringing it closer to whoever he has instead of a face, giving it a thumbs up. Well, I'll be a regular here. This tastes great. You didn't answer my question. Relax. I didn't come to do anything wrong. Neither to you nor the cafe. I just happen to be around. Okay, Casket, right. Well, I don't just want any more weirdos in my life. No, but you're in Amityville. You'll only find weirdos in here. He lets out a laugh and takes something out of his pocket. A dollar bill. He lays it in the tip jar and walks out the door. Yes, I've noticed this town seems to be a creep magnet. Does it have to do with what Ash told me, now that I think about it? I better stop thinking about it and focus on working. There we go. No wonder why I can't be close to the screen. I'm dumb. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. Worrying about the oddities of the town won't pay my bills. The day soon ends and we close. My employees don't all leave. Some stay to help organize or to bother me. I stand at one of the tables, counting the profits. Next to me, Carrie is serving some dessert to the boys. I'm surprised to hear them all thanking her. They all seem pretty quiet around her. I wonder how she managed to keep them like this. I was about to ask her when suddenly I hear the bell ringing again, which confuses me. I did put the sign indicating where it closed. Sorry, we're Barista, I won't take much of your time. Hey, Ash. I get up from my chair and walk towards him, shaking hands as a greeting. I can feel the air growing heavy behind me. When I turn over my shoulder, I notice some tense looks. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Oh, let's just say I'm acquainted with most of your adorable employees. Ah, you mentioned it last night. I see. What brings you here? I'm sorry to tell you that right now we're not serving coffee anymore. I get it. I was actually going to accompany you home to talk about an important topic, if that doesn't bother you. Not at all. Just let me grab my things and... I'm going too. I'm surprised to hear Michael by my side. I look at him, chuckling a little. He's my boy. Well, your shift is over, but I thought you would stay to repair some more things. These things can wait. I'm not leaving you with this idiot. Calm down, Halloween boy. We're just friends. I vowed to protect Rose from you all. I am calm. His tone doesn't sound calm at all. Has your sister followed the rules I told her? I'm surprised to hear what Ash said. Apparently he's not only knows Michael, but also Lori. Perfectly. I see. Good. Don't worry, Michael. I'll be fine. You do me a great favor by getting things done. I'll see you home in a while, if you like that. Very well. He doesn't seem very convinced, but he gives me a kind pat on the back and gets back to business. I take care of finishing all of my obligations. Taking my things, everyone else starts to leave, and I close the coffee shop to go with Ash to the apartment. We walk through the streets, and I look around from time to time, make sure Ghostface isn't following us. As we walk a little further, Ash starts talking. Your business is doing very well. I hope the quality of the coffee doesn't fall off. Don't worry about it. Jason's coffee is even better than mine. Who would have thought? When I first met him, he was killing teenagers, and now he's making foam bears and coffee. Well, I'm glad things went this way. Maybe Ghostface is following us. Don't worry, I would know. If I'm being honest, they really aren't the problem here. No? 5 serial killers in a single room? And yet they're not even half of my problems. I'm going to tell you something. A few years ago, I found out that apparently, according to prophecy, I'm the chosen one to face hell and its evils. Don't ask me if it makes sense. I don't find much of it in that either. That information brought it with a lot of shit. First, I lost everyone in my life, friends, partner, even my family, all because of the damn Necronomicon. That information brought with it a lot of shit. Oh, I won't have to explain it then. Yes, that damn book made me lose my mind. Shit, Ash, that's fucked up. My bad. Stop with that. I don't like being consoled. I nodded at him. I've never liked pity either. Anyway, the point is that I guarded the Necronomicon for a few years, but let's say it's now in someone else's hands. I don't really know whose, but I do know that it's in this town, and it's attracting a lot of hellish energy, causing some evil and crazy things to happen. Well, I'd questioned you about it, but earlier today a weird guy appeared at the cafe. Couldn't see his face, and was dressed very strangely. Yeah, you're starting to get it. This sucks. Is there anything I can help with? I'm no fighter, but believe me, I don't let myself get intimidated so easily. It seems like Michael likes you a lot. I laughed, feeling a little embarrassed, and stuttered a little. No, that'd be crazy. They're murderers and insane. And do you think that's a bad idea? Personally, I don't recommend it, but love can change someone. I can't guarantee anything. But who knows? Maybe if you make the right decisions, they will stop being monsters. I listened to Ash's words carefully. I'm not saying that I like them, but I guess I don't dislike them either. Feelings like this take a long time to flourish, so I can't guarantee anything. For now, I think I'll just focus on helping Ash and keeping those guys out of trouble. Finally, close to home. From the corner of my street, I managed to see Mr. Torrance at the entrance of the building. He's sitting on the bench in the front garden smoking a cigar. Ugh, my landlord. I don't want to talk to him. Ash pulls my arm. He seems tense and turns his back on my apartment. That's your landlord? Yeah. Are you okay? I'm starting to get worried. I feel like I've seen that face everywhere, but I don't know where. I can't remember. Something bad? He tries to remember, but just sighs and denies it. I have a lot of things to worry about right now. Maybe it's nothing. I'll accompany you inside not to make this chat longer. Thanks, I appreciate it. We keep walking towards the building. We pass in front of Mr. Torrance, and out of curiosity, I decide to say hello, avoiding the heavy smoke. Good night, Mr. Torrance. I'm going in with a friend. A few days here, and you made lots of friends. Good to know. Glad you're the sociable type. Have a good night. He greets Ash, who moves his mechanical hand impatiently. You too. I notice a fixed stare from Jack. The vibe gets very tense in a short time. I walk inside with Ash, and we both leave Jack outside in the residence. I decide to let Ash inside my place. I close the door behind me and invite him to sit down. Want something? I bought some beers yesterday. You've read my mind. I smile at him and I go to the fridge, picking 2 bottles. I don't have an opener yet, but a knife does a job good enough. A trick that funny prisoners taught me. I walk over to the couch and hand Ash a bottle, sitting on the other side. How did they learn a knife trick in prison? Anyways. I take a sip from my drink, letting the bitter taste fill my mouth and the alcohol relax my muscles. I don't want to be nosy, but I really have to know. How did you feel living here? Nightmares? Paranoia? The question catches me a little off guard, but I just chuckle. That's how I've been feeling for a few years now. What do you mean? I don't like to talk about it, but Ash didn't seem like the type to judge, nor someone who can laugh at me or call me a murderer for what I'm going to say. I'm an ex-convict. Years ago, I had an incident with my stepfather. He was abusing me. He tried killing me one day, so I killed him first. That's how I got jail time. I only got away earlier because they found new information about my case. A policeman supported me because I told him it was self-defense, so he investigated until he got the evidence. All that deteriorated my mental health. I had already been living with constant paranoia and PTSD. Prison only made it worse. I saw a sorrowful expression on Ash's face as he let out a heavy sigh. Well, that's fucked up. I'm very sorry you went through that. If I'm being honest, you're way stronger than you think. You think so? I've seen people go nuts for less, Rose. What you went through didn't make you stronger. It sucked. What made you stronger were the choices you made, and the fact that you didn't let the world break you. That's beautiful. You're better than me, really. I lost my sanity years ago. Even though I may seem calm right now, I lost everyone around me. My only way to survive was to go crazy. But not you. Even in a system where ex-convicts can't do almost any work, you managed to set up a coffee shop. That's more than many can do. Hey, I'm proud of what you do, and I'm glad I found you. You helped me a lot with this fight. I lower my gaze a little, hiding the gushes of tears running down my face. I quickly wipe them away, laughing bitterly. You caught me off guard, old man. But thanks, I needed that. It's been hard. Fuck yes, it was. But I'm glad you're here in one piece. Can't say the same. He lifts his beer with his mechanical hand, adding to his joke. I only managed to let out a small laugh. I think this is what I needed. A quiet night with a chat and a beer. Is that it? Ah, that was pretty good. Man. Like I said, it's originally in Spanish, I'm pretty sure. So a lot of the typos and stuff, like, it's hard. But I think this is a really good idea, and I really like it, and I like the characters. They all have, like, their own personalities and, like, inner worlds and stuff. I think this is going to be a very good game. But yeah, that was Horror Romance Part 3. This part just came out, like, 10 days ago, so I was, like, very excited to get through it. I can't wait to see the more updates and keep playing. If they release another day like they did, I'll play it. Make sure to play it on my channel. Don't forget to support them on their itch.io. And apparently they have Patreon, so that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna click through that. But yeah. Should I have clicked through that? It's fine. It's too late now. Special thanks. Huh. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad we got to finish this quickly so you guys can see it early so you can go support it. Go get it, you know. Support them. Chapter 4 coming soon. Love to see it. I love the art, the music, and the story is really good. Like I said, the typos are definitely just translation stuff, which I can't write in another language, so I can't even imagine. So, as I've said 27 times, thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all. And if you're gonna pick someone to date, make sure they're really big. Just really big. I love big men. Okay.